Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today I'm going to teach you how to change habits in a way that sticks for life. So the other day, this is actually on my personal Facebook page, not on my company page. Somebody messaged me, and they said, "Hey Sean, I've seen some stuff that you've posted. You seem like a pretty wise guy. I have a question for you. How do I actually have the discipline to change a habit in a way that sticks?" And funny enough, this is something, obviously my clients ask me all the time. And every time I give the same answer. And that is, I take a quote from Bruce Lee. When you start out as a white belt, and if I don't get this quote exactly right, then please forgive me. But I believe that what he said was, if you start out as a white belt, you go in, you're starting to learn martial arts, a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick. It's very simple. He said, as you go deeper into it and as you learn more and you move up the ranks and you become a more advanced fighter, you realize that a punch is so much more than a punch, and a kick is so much more than a kick. There are all these components that you never recognized as a white belt. He said, but when you become a master, when you're the highest level of black belt, then once again, a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick, and it's very simple. And this is actually the exact process that you want to implement if you want to change a habit. So it starts off, you realize what's the problem. It's very simple. There's a habit, you want to change it, right? You acknowledge what it is. Obviously, many people, the reason that they never start changing habits is because they're never honest with themselves about, hey, listen, this is a problem, right? That's why they say in Alcoholics Anonymous that the first step is admitting that you're an addict, right? Similar kind of thing here. Like, you've got to acknowledge that whatever you want to change is the problem, right? And that's a very simple thing to do. It's a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick. However, the next thing is you have to really understand your mind and how it operates around that habit. You have to understand, what are the things that trigger it? What are the mental tricks that your mind will use to entice you into engaging in a habit that you don't want to engage in, right? What are all the manipulations and psychological wormholes and all this kind of stuff that come into play? And really understanding all of that and understanding all of the mental connections and the webs and the associations and the expectations and the records to be replayed and how it connects to stuff in your past and what are the ways that trigger it. That's all very complicated. Now a punch is just so much more than a punch, and a kick is so much more than a kick, because there's so much going on behind every one of those decisions, right? But once you've really studied that and you've spent, weeks, months, ideally not, but sometimes even years, right? And you've spent that time really studying this thing that you want to change. You know it inside and out if you've been paying attention. And then at that point, it comes down to a very, very simple decision. You're either willing to accept the discomfort that's involved in making this change, or you're not, right? At the end of the day, it becomes very simple again. Once again, a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick. You weigh up the total amount that this is costing you, which you probably didn't realize when you started out, and you look at that tendency of the mind to be comfortable, because the mind is always going to be most comfortable doing that which it's familiar with, doing that which it knows. And you say, hey, am I going to make a resolved, powerful, irrefutable, unquestionable, final decision that I am not going to live my life this way? Am I going to refuse to embrace that comfort because of what it's costing me? And that decision can be very emotional. That decision, what I call a life-altering transformation, can bring you to tears. It can completely change how you live your life. And in that case, it's not easy, but it is simple, right? Because at the end of the day, once you understand everything going on, it's about making that decision. Once again, a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick.
Before you go, I've got a free gift for you. So if you found this video valuable, if it helped you see the world in a new way, and you're interested in building a career that's going to bring you both personal fulfillment and financial prosperity, then I've got a free presentation for you to help you do just that. So if you go to the link below, it's www.oculusinstitute.com/workshop. That's www.oculusinstitute.com/workshop. Then it'll take you to a registration for a free presentation. It's about 50 minutes long, that's 50, and it's gonna give you the step-by-step process to building your dream career. See you there.